Shalom everyone, I'm going to continue this fantastic series, friends, of the daily Daf Yomi. We're on page number 10 of Masechet Makkot, here on Chol Hamoed, Pesach. Naturally, I'm getting used to Sukkot, Pesach, Shavuot, because we are in the heart of the Shalosh Regalim, the three pilgrimage festivals at the moment. What a better place to go than an outing with the children during this festival in of itself here in the Fun Fair. And we're talking about some wisdom from Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi in today's page of the Gemara. We're talking some wisdom over here. That I learned a lot from my teachers, and I learned even more from my colleagues, and the most stuff that I actually learned in of itself was from my students. So that is absolutely phenomenal over here. The students, you actually learn more than, let's just say, your teachers or your colleagues. You would have thought might be the opposite. But in a way, this does make sense over here. How is this making sense, friends, over here? Because obviously from your teachers, you learn a lot. You get a lot of shimush. You see how they are behaving, what actions they are doing in of itself. Obviously, we hope of brilliant stuff in of itself. But from your colleagues, you're with them the whole time, you could argue. Because you're with them infinitely, you're going to see their actions the whole time, for better or for worse. So you can potentially learn a lot of good from them. But unfortunately, you might not learn maybe the best things from them. Depends what company you're in. But from your talmidim, from your students, you learn even more. Imagine the growth someone gets when you're teaching a subject to someone else. That's where the real growth comes. How is this, you would ask? Because when you're teaching something, it will force the person to learn the thing better. That's one thing. But also, you're going to learn a lot from how do the students perceive what you're teaching. What questions are your students going to ask? Because when you're teaching, your students are going to challenge with many questions. And the more challenging the questions are, and the more grappling the questions are, the more it's going to sharpen the teacher's mind in of itself, and the more they're going to gain infinitely from it. So the wisdom actually over here, as albeit some people might be flabbergasted by the order of it, it does make sense, because obviously when you are a student, you're limited with what questions you can answer. Is your teacher going to answer everything? When you're colleagues, you're limited once again. But when you've got talmidim, when you've got loads of students, they're going to challenge you. They're going to help you grow. They're going to keep you on your feet. And you're actually going to blossom and shine at the same time and sharpen your minds, and so on and so forth. Wishing you all a Moadim L'Simcha here from the city of Elad. Chag Kasher v'Sameach, and next year in Jerusalem, friends.